you're okay if we continue to put our own economic and national security future in the hands of our biggest enemy, because effectively they use slave labor to build stuff, and that makes it better for us. That is terrible.
I am 100% not okay with that, but I'm dealing in the reality
but you are.
This is somebody who just doubt not only Trump, but they doubt the power of our nation. They doubt what our country bring to the table. And she was dead as wrong. Would you call Ben Crump and say it's because I'm black?
The guys are dead. Let's just put it that way.
That we are dependent on so many things to come out of our biggest adversary in the world. They are the enemy, and we should not be dependent on them.
But no, they are not our enemy. They're our biggest trading partner. And if we
They've got earth minerals and you don't.
They're the enemy.
Right. But listen, but like it or not, sure, Michael, they are our biggest trading partner. And if we were to manufacture iPhones here, iPhones would cost $3,500. The American people are not going to tolerate that. We have one of the highest standards of working conditions here. I don't think that we can say, forget you, China. They literally.
So you're okay. Hold on, Sir Michael. So you're okay. You're okay if we continue to put our own economic and national security future in the hands of our biggest enemy, because effectively they use slave labor to build stuff, and that makes it better for us. That is terrible.
I am 100% not okay with that, but I'm dealing in the reality of what is.
Do you want to change?
All right. So the reality of things is that she thought that China was not to be effed with, and we need not try to will and deal with them because we need them. Anybody with business sense would never speak that way. This is somebody who just doubt not only Trump, but they doubt the power of our nation. They doubt what our country bring to the table. And she was dead as wrong. That right there was something from CNN on April 9th, when they was doubting that they was thinking that Trump is doing a bad thing by telling China that it's going to be this number and I'm not budging. He's just being stubborn. He's ruining this country and the economy. And now look at him. Now listen to what Caroline Lovett has to say about what Trump just now did with China. I always knew he was going to win this.
We told you the next 100 days would consist of peace deals and trade deals, and that's exactly what we have seen. The president announced last week the big trade deal with the UK, as you mentioned. Now we have a first deal with China. Just yesterday, the president announced the release of the last remaining American hostage in Gaza, Eden Alexander, who will soon be united with his loving family. God bless him. That's thanks to President Trump. We also negotiated a ceasefire with the Houthis, and President Trump was instrumental in negotiating a ceasefire with India and Pakistan. This is all in the last week. President Trump and his team are working incredibly hard on behalf of the country and the world to secure peace deals and trade deals. And don't forget, we have a tax deal coming too. The administration is working with Capitol Hill to sign the largest tax cuts in American history. Right.
Mika, what say you?
Okay. You know what I think when she speaks all the time. I told you, I think about Bootsy daughter. I told y'all ninjas. Yeah, that is how I feel about Donald Trump. I just be wanting to push the little button for Bootsy daughter. I told y'all ninjas. That is exactly how I feel.
Oh, okay, he's doing his thing.
Yes, and let's be clear. Okay, there was 11% tariffs on China. Okay, and the tariffs that were there came from Trump. Okay, just that little bit came from Donald Trump the first time. However, that was the beginning, right? Of course, he didn't get to go back to the White House. Okay, he won that election. I don't care what nobody says. However, because you're not going to get me to believe that Jim Crow Joe got more votes than Obama. Anywho, what I'm saying is they're saying they don't like tariffs, but then they were okay with the tariffs under Joe Biden. But those tariffs weren't Joe Biden's. Those tariffs were Donald Trump's. So this tells me that it's all manufactured, all of it. And they're only pushing back on tariffs because they have an understanding of what Donald Trump is actually doing. When they say he's dismantling America, he definitely is. But it's not to make it what do they call it? Autocracy.
Oligarchy.
They be coming up with all this stuff. Okay. I know it's different types of, regimes and things that you can say. Some of these I don't even know. Okay. But that's not what he's doing. He's breaking it down to take it back to what it's actually supposed to be according to the Constitution. And the more he does with these tariffs, the more you can get back to no property taxes, no income taxes, things like that, because we're not supposed to have them. But we've just been dealing with stuff because you got liberals understanding that you got a workhorse, which is the American people. They don't question it. They don't read. Why not?
Well, I agree with everything you just now said. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hold on. And this right here just came up too.
And I think that led to a great deal of the productivity we've seen. We will be giving details tomorrow, but I can tell you that the talks were productive. We had the vice premier, 2 vice ministers who were integrally involved, Ambassador Jameson and myself, and I spoke to President Trump, as did Ambassador Jameson last night, and he is fully informed of what is going on. So there will be a complete briefing tomorrow morning.
All right, so this is the information that we got, guys, and Mika was just now breaking it down to you all. America's tariffs on China. All right, at first we had what, a 10% tariff on China, and then we decided to put 145% because they were going back and forth and they wasn't respecting our authority. So Trump kept on telling them, "Oh, it's going to be like that. Let's go." So 145%. Now it's down to 30%. China's tariffs on us was 120%, 25%. Now it's down to 10%. That right there is a huge win. Here's a document right here, the joint statement on U.S.-China economic and trade meeting in Geneva. Does that say Geneva? It say Geneva, right?
You got it. You got it this time. You got it. Go ahead.
Good job, Joe. You
did it.
did a great job, Joe. All right, so joint statement on U.S.-China economic and trade meeting in Geneva. The government of the United States of America, the United States, and the government of the People's Republic of China, recognizing the importance of their bilateral economic and trade relationship to both countries and the global economy, recognizing the importance of sustainable, long-term, and mutually beneficial economic and trade relationship, reflecting on their recent discussions and believing that continued discussions have the potential to address the concerns of each side in their economic and trade relationships, and moving forward in the spirit of mutual opening, continued communication, cooperation, and mutual respect. The parties commit to take the following actions by May 14th of 2025. I posted this on my ex. I need y'all to go read this because my brother is about to mess up some words, and I'm not about to be clowned by my co-anchor right now because that's exactly what happened.
I've never said anything.
You and your family was making fun of me. you and your family was making fun of me. See that I'm talking about? But this is what I want to say though. If Trump wins, we win as a collective. But the thing is this, the Democrats don't want him to win because it's all political for them. They need for him to have a horrible presidency so that they can take back power. That's what they need. For me, I just want our country to do great.
See, here's the thing. There's a difference between people not liking someone politically, right? I've never been a fan of Joe Biden, okay, Barack, Kamala, any of them. However, when they were in office, I wanted them to do something, do good, something, anything. that
I'm with you
would
on that.
help the American people.
I'm with you on that. Like, you didn't want Joe Biden to fail?
No, if Joe Biden, like, you know, I didn't mind him tripping and falling and stuff. That was funny, but I don't want him politically to fail because I live here, right? Like I always say that there's, there's, your side where I can't stand that person, but then as a representative of you, because whether you like the man or not, he's representing you. He's not my president. Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
Yes, I didn't pick him, but Joe Biden was my president. I live in the United States. I'm an American. So yes, I want him to succeed. He did a horrible job. But had he did anything that I thought was good, I would have gave him credit for it. Why not?
You would have given Joe Biden his flowers?
I would have gave Joe Biden credit for it. I don't like a lot of, but I don't like Barack Obama. But I always say I thought Barack Obama's immigration policies were spot on.
Yeah.
I don't find a problem with them.
Same here. I would have given credit where it's due as well.